everybody. Welcome to the Shai Talk. It is season 2, episode 7. And I have such a longtime friend of mine. Like, he's been knowing Shai like a long time. Creative person, because he's always been creative. One of the smartest guys I know. When I mean heavy into music, literally. Well spoken, my guy, Kid Cobb. Thank you for coming to the Shai Talk Circle.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for working with our schedule. I know it's been hectic. I think he was supposed to be episode 204, but I was coming back from Jamaica and I was like, I'm tired. So thank you for coming. So we're gonna dive into it. So of course, tell the audience who you are, what you about, what you do, what you don't do.
Yeah. My name's Kid Cobb. I've been around for a minute. Born and raised in the greater Seattle area, South Side.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. I'm gonna just say artist because there's so many things that fall under that umbrella, but primarily musician, also a program coordinator, event planner, all these little other things that I'm like adding to the resume, you know what I mean, of the recent years. So yeah, that's me.
Look, you and listen, he ain't bluffing. When you want to talk about a resume, you've been had a resume since we was teenagers. So, I want to take it back. Cleveland days, that's where we met.
Yeah.
So, what I remember you as just a stand-up guy, always in the community, always trying to bring us together. You was in ASB, you was in all the talent shows, Cleveland publications. Yeah. Was that like your goal in high school to get tapped into that, or was with the flow?
I think it was more of just really with the flow and just like the crowd that I was kind of in.
Mm-hmm. You guys are so dope.
Yeah, I think it was more of just like a development thing, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it chose me more than I chose it, because I feel like at that age you really don't really know what your path is, what you're doing, you know what I mean? And I just had so many interests at the time, and not really a concrete thing of like what I wanted to do. So all of those things kind of just like called to me, and I stepped into them based off of just like what people had told me and how, my presence is when I step into a room as a leader, those type of things. And it kind of just ended up being that.
Yeah. I used to, I don't know if you remember, but I used to call you like Obama. Because you guys' mannerism and just about business and a leader. Like, I just thought like, Corn is going to be the next president. And I get to say that I went to high school. I used to really think that. So it's like, because you was our our president?
ASB senior year.
Yeah, so you was our president.
Not class.
Class?
But ASB, like whole school.
Okay, why did I think you was our class? Who was our class?
Everybody that I know says that. They're like, you were the class. I was like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. Not to diss our class president. I loved our class president. Yeah. And she was amazing to work with, but she held down the majority of that work.
Oh, oops, my bad. Sorry. I didn't know. I thought this whole time you were, but I love that. So, okay. You was having in sports too, right?
Yeah, I was playing Frisbee all throughout high school, and that was like my main thing.
Yeah. You guys definitely hold down the fort with that. Can't do that. Me personally can't do that. Yeah, that's a sport itself. Yeah. I always remember at my games and track meets and stuff, or you guys doing like the interviews and stuff. So it's always been great to be around you. Always brought a positive light, and I'm like, if anybody's talking shit about Corn, like, you're just a fucking hater. I'm just being honest. Like, he was just so cool. Like, and you're still cool. It's just like, love it.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Now, okay. Are you 24 yet?
About to be. In August. We almost there.
How you feel? We're close to a quarter of a century, bro. Like, this is sad.
Yeah. We're pushing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're really getting up there, and it's developing,
it's like, bro, do you know we started freshman year 10 years ago in September? That's sick.
Yeah,
very sick. I remember I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah,
like, oh my god, it's high school, and I went to private school all my life before Cleveland, so
word.
The public exposure was a lot for me.
Yeah.
Cause what did you go to?
Mercer.
Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of my kids that I work with is going to Mercer. Yeah, so coming out of high school, did your plan go as expected? Because I know mine didn't.
Mine for sure didn't, because there was really no plan.
Really?
For me personally, no, there wasn't really. Like, I ended up going to school for about 2 years, and that really wasn't, you know, my initial plan after high school. My initial plan after high school was to go to the Art Institute in Seattle. And if you know, like, it eventually got shut down, like, that campus in Seattle. Yeah. I'm not sure about the other ones because, you know, they have some in other cities. But the one in Seattle, like, I was like, yeah, I'm finna go there and I'm finna, you know, do video, all these things. And then, like, 3 months after we graduated, closed. So I was like, okay. So,
reroute.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out school things and if school was really for me. Ended out in Eastern Washington at Whitworth for, like, 2 years. And yeah, I just ended up coming back to the city because I was like, yeah, that's not really for me either. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing out here. So, and I feel like something kind of just like pulled me back to the city. I don't know if it was just like creative aspects or things like that, but I think I'm still very much trying to figure out like what I'm doing and like, you know, returning back to the community after all this time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And finding like that foundation of who you are now versus who you were then. You know? So I'd say that's definitely where I'm at, and I'm just creating the path as I go, and it's been a hell of a ride.
And look, you're doing it, like, my plan didn't go as planned either, and so I didn't want to be home. I wanted to leave.
Where were you at again? What state?
I was supposed to go to Texas Southern.
Right.
But some things happened. Counselors weren't doing their job when I went to Garfield when I left, and Shorty had to stay home. But I did. I mean, I've always been a hustler, so I've never been the one to sit on my ass. So what's so crazy, like the day I was supposed to walk, I actually did an application to H&M. I was like, I'm getting a job. I'm not about to sit on my ass worrying and all that. Like, in God's plan, like, that's the adult's fault, Shai. It wasn't your fault. Like, you know, get up and keep going. And I started my H&M job like 3 weeks after, and so
I do remember your H&M era, actually. Now that I think about it, at South,
it was Shai from H&M, and it was Shai and Pink and Shai and Nordstrom and Shai and Apple, and retail kind of just. But I like that you say that, because I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some seniors watching this, and I know that because like one of my students, it was like, yeah, I know a lot of friends who are like, yesterday was decision day. So they was just like, yeah, my sister was just saying like she doesn't have her decision yet, and everyone making her decisions making her feel like she's not doing enough. And I'm like, you can't pay attention to everybody else's path. You got to focus on yours.
But when you're in that moment, that's so hard to like
accept so hard
and grip, you know what I mean?
I mean, just for me, in that standpoint, like the whole graduation thing, I was so sick I couldn't even look at anybody's cap and gown pictures for a while. I was like, this is bullshit. Like, you feel out of place, but sooner or later you're gonna know the reason why. And I like how you just said, like, you just dealt with the cards that you had and you maneuvered, and where you're at now probably could be in a better position than if you actually went the path that you were going. And the reason why I asked that, because like I said, like, at least me and my friends at Cleveland, we've known you as just being like academics, standard guy, leader. Like, we put you on a pedestal, so it's like you've always been lean back, and I'm not saying you're not still up there, but like, did you feel like a guilt or feel like, oh shit, like I'm not meeting to what everyone expected me to be at right now?
No, definitely. I definitely felt that way when I came back to the city after those 2 years out east. You know what I mean? Just like coming home and not finishing. And then like a year after that, everybody from our class was like walking, doing their thing, you know what I mean? Starting this next chapter. And you definitely feel like that absence of not being included in that. But that kind of just like, you know, was a discovery and a realization that you're just not built like that. You're built a little bit different. Your path is a little bit different. And right now, or at least in that moment, it didn't feel like something worth embracing. But I think coming out of it now, you know what I mean? Like, it's been, I think 5-6 years now.
2017.
Yeah, since like
5-6 years.
Yeah. So like coming out of it now, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't really meant for me, and like I'm building my own blueprint. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love that for you, and I'm so happy for you. You know, we've been supporting each other since day one.
Facts.
If y'all don't really know, look, Corn been with me since Style by Shai. He been with me when I did Live Like Her. He been with me about like everything. So I really just want to give you your flowers now. Like, thank you for just being supportive and just being who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's tap into music. Like I said, you've been tapped into music since high school. You remember at the talent shows, rapping or MCing or something. So has music always been a love?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it was a love of just my family, first and foremost, that got passed down to me. For sure. Just from the music that they would play, the way that they would include us in so many different things surrounding music, whether it was drill team, whether it was these talent shows that my dad made us do when we were younger, you know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of different things. So
yeah.
I just feel like my life has always been surrounded by music in any type of way. So it's been beautiful though.
I love that. And you got your own like radio show.
I do.
Just another day.
Yeah.
I be tapped in. look, Layla, you gotta tap in. Some days it be R&B, some days it be hip hop, then it be indie music, I'm like, he knows everything. So your family, what music were you raised around?
I was raised around mostly like, I'd say hip hop was number one genre wise. But then there are so many things that intersect with that, you know what I mean? So a lot of R&B, a lot of soul from like 70s, 80s, soul influences, a lot of funk, you know what I mean? And disco in there. And then a little like lightly like rock influence from my grandfather on my dad's side, because he was into Elvis and a whole bunch of these other like rock and roll white boys from like the 60s.
Period.
So it's honestly a little bit of everything. And I think as I've gotten older, the music, like my ear for the music has definitely expanded. You know? Just diving into different pools of communities and hearing so many different types of music, like it's definitely tuned my ear and been more accepting. That. Yeah.
See, has any grown folks like came to you? I mean, we're now the grown folks. That's crazy. Has any older people come to you? Like, I know there's been moments with me, I'm like listening to something, you be like, hey, you don't know nothing about that.
All the time.
It's like, do you know my mama?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was raised around that.
I was listening to this in the car, like, as I was getting picked up. Like this is just...
It's been the vibe.
Right, from day one.
So are you like, how do you feel about today's music?
I think it is in a very growing place. Like, things are starting to switch yet again, you know what I mean, as we're entering the 20s.
Right.
The 10s, I feel like, was everybody's, like, come up decade. And now we're at a point where like a lot of the rappers that we grew up on are like
old,
pivoting. They're old. They're old. They're pivoting into like different parts of their careers where it's not just about music anymore for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's so many other ways to like put your name out there and to like build your brand essentially. So a lot of these younger folks are kind of like stepping into it and just taking a run with it. And I love it, honestly. And I still love all the people that we listened to when we were growing up, you know what I mean, who might not be making as much music in the next 10 years as they have in the previous 10 years.
Right.
But I think music is in good hands, you know?
Yeah. I was just like, I was talking to Zari and Zakia. Yeah. And it's just like, bro, we really, like, Migos was really popping when we were freshmen. Like, Hannah Montana, that song.
Versace.
Oh my God! Like
the remix too.
Yes,
the remix.
Like, this is wild. Like that song is about a decade old. It's like, and it's just so sad where we're at now. It's like recipes to take off. It's just like,
for
you
real.
know, it's
RIP.
you know, I was just like, man, we was listening to them, and I'm like, who came up on my phone the other day? Speaker knockers. Oh my fucking God.
See, look, you
Freako. Oh,
you
don't
gotta
catch me at a party.
You gotta be from a specific breed to know about speaker knockers. You know what I mean?
Just saying.
Like,
yeah. Oh my God. So, okay, who's in your rotation right now? Like when you listen to music, who's in your rotation?
Honestly, I'm at the point these days where I'm trying to listen to everything.
Okay.
So, but I can't sit here and try to say that I don't listen to a lot of mainstream things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black has been in rotation. his new album, Since I Have a Lover.
Wait, pause.
You didn't hear that one?
His album came out already?
Yeah.
No shit.
It dropped. He going on tour too, because you know he hasn't been on tour in a minute.
You know Brent's going on tour and he said fuck Seattle.
Really?
He said fuck Oregon too.
Oh, damn.
Closest to us is Vegas or Arizona.
Wow.
But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, I respect him for it, but I mean that hurts.
Yeah, I love Brent.
You know, we'd be going crazy in there.
But I love Black.
Yeah, Black. What else? I feel like a lot of times I revisit a lot of older projects, like, because a lot of the artists that I love, you know what I mean? Like I said, that we grew up on when we were in high school aren't really dropping a lot of like newer music. So it's a lot of these newer artists who are dropping stuff. So
yeah,
I try to give them the time of day and like listen to their stuff and try to figure out who they are, where their influences are, the things that they sample in their music. So it's really a lot of different things. I can't say everything off the top of my head. Yeah. Because I don't know it. But that Since I Have a Lover by Black has been in rotation heavy lately.
No, I feel you. I mean, I'm an old head too when it comes to music. Like I can only listen to so much mainstream right now.
Right.
But like I'm a Jay-Z girl some days. Some days I'm like mixtape Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm, or old school Nicki.
Come on.
Like it's queen. Really, that or other queen too. Lil Kim has some stuff.
Preach.
I'm always a Beyonce girl. Period. I don't care Lemonade. I don't care
in any era.
Any era. Okay. All that. Then I get real old. So like, I get into like Marvin Gaye and like Denise Williams and Jesus, her she's right here. I can't think. She's gonna pop in my head later. Of course, Mary J. Who don't like Mary J?
My mom played Mary J all the time when I was growing up. That's her favorite.
Listen, I ain't talking about Monet from Power. I'm talking about Mary J. Of course, Jodeci. If you want to talk about like men groups, like Jodeci, Men Condition, Intro, like I'm in that. I like R&B more than hip hop. Sometimes I feel like it's just a vibe. Sometimes I just don't want to hear about killing people or hoes. I just don't want to hear it. But okay, we're gonna play a little game. Cause like I already knew you was heavy into the music. I know you know the lyrics and the whole nine. And it's okay if you don't know, you don't know. But I'm pretty sure these songs I made it easy on you. So.
I got test anxiety right now. I got test anxiety. Here you go.
You're good. So I'm going to give you a couple of bars and you're going to try to let me know at least the artist or the name of the song. I can give you 2 hints each one. Okay?
I'm listening.
All right, first one. Okay. Only in Cali we riot, not rally to live and die. In LA we wear chucks, not bellies. Dress in lokes and khaki suits and ride is what we do.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
That's Tupac. That's gotta be Tupac.
Yeah, that's my guy. Period. What song though? Last bar I can give you flossing, but have caution. We collide with other crews. There's 2 artists on that song that featured on that song.
Dang, what song is that? Can you say it again?
Okay.
Let me hear it.
Only in Cali we riot, not rally to live and die. In LA we wear chucks, not bellies. Dress in lokes in khaki suits and ride is what we do.
No, I don't know what song that is.
California Love. But you was on point with Tupac.
I was.
Period. I give you that point. I give you that point. Okay. All right. This song I know you know well because you had it on your show one time. So I think it was the very first show, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
Bet.
Take Away Stress. We're Ganja Coppin. I think it's Ganja. Ganga. Okay.
Ganja.
Ganja.
I don't know. I think it's preference.
I thought ganja. Yeah, whatever. Ganja copping. Blow it all out is all forgotten. Walking with my back against the sun. I've been running all my life. That's way before my life begun.
Yeah, Denzel. I got that on vinyl, so like that's
okay. That's the song.
Walking.
Yeah, see, he's on point, guys. Okay, I think everyone knows this, but I will be surprised if you do get stuck. Okay.
It's bound to happen. I'm not gonna lie, it's bound.
Okay, I put your picture on my mirror. start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. See you walking in my direction, I go the other way.
That's hard.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Hint? You need a hint?
please.
American Idol. This person was on American Idol. And actually, did this person... Wait, Layla, did this person win or lose? Yeah, I think she won. It's a she. You want to... Okay, I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach, there's a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way.
I don't know.
She is known for the mom haircut. You remember our moms used to cut the side of their heads and have the feather front?
Mm.
It's the auntie haircut.
Ooh.
She's known for that.
I know the song. I don't know the name.
She has a song called Collard Greens and Cornbread too.
No, it's not. I don't know why I'm thinking Estelle. It's not Estelle, but it's...
Haircut on point.
Yeah, right? They're in the same...
Yeah. This one's American. She's American.
What's her name? I don't remember.
Fantasia. Yeah, When I See You.
When I See You. I love that song. I love that song so much.
Okay. You might get this one. Girl, you're all that I see, and I am who I am, and I be where I be. If you ever hit me on the late night, I'll give you a clearer mind. Might give you some insight.
What's the hint?
Drake is on this song.
Wait. Say it again, actually. The lyrics?
Oh, wait, hold up. Girl, you're all that I see, and I am who I am, and I be where I be. If you ever hit me on a late night, I'll give you a clear mind. Might give you some insight.
Is that Beyonce?
No.
No? You
It's
said
a guy.
Drake is on? Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Drake is featured on it. This album came out last summer.
No, I don't know.
Layla, do you know what it is? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, what is it?
Brent, wasting time.
Mm,
Yeah, that's my home.
that's a hit.
Okay, last one. This now we're taking it back. Like, I think this is late 70s.
I'm like 1 for 4 right now.
No. Okay, you got two.
Okay, two.
I think, yeah, two. Denzel and Tupac.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. It's gonna sound very repetitive, but you know it though. I know you know this person. I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. He's probably top 5 of our best vocalists of all time. At least in my top 5, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Michael.
That was where my head was going. I was like...
I'll say it again. I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. I will say the album cover to this album is in everybody's either house, barbershop, salon. We've seen it. They're dancing. It's black excellence, the photo.
Damn.
Lily, you don't know either?
This is hard.
Jake, do you know it?
No. It's like, yeah. No.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, what is it?
Marvin Gaye, I Want You. Yeah.
Wow.
I want you to want me too.
That song is sampled too in so many songs.
Ways.
So many different
So many
ones.
ways. But yeah.
Damn.
Hey, you got a C. You got a C plus.
Yeah.
You did that.
I'm a person that's like, if I gotta hear it or like hear the sample of it, and then I'm like, that one, and then I do the little research, and I'm like, yep, I knew it.
See, don't you hate when it's probably kids younger than us, and they be like, oh my God, what's the name sample? What's the name song? It's like, no, that person sampled that person.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. You did well. I know you did better than most people. Most people would have never got that done.
Respect.
I know you know your music, so. Okay. Well, speaking of music even more, since you tapped in, so did you ever see that top 100 Rolling Stone top vocalist?
I did not.
They raised hell. I don't know if it was Gen Zs that did it.
Yeah.
Or people who's not a part of the culture. But it was disrespectful. So first and foremost, question to you.
Yeah.
Top vocalist. We're not talking hits.
Ooh.
Whitney or Aretha? Very.
Whoa. Are we talking just like raw, or are we talking like backtrack records? Like,
I'm talking about like get on the mic, no rehearse, like can sing.
Oof. I know people are not gonna. No, that's
it's okay.
Hard. I'm rocking with Whitney.
Period. Exactly.
Like just off top.
Off top. Look, Aretha's Queen of Soul for sure.
She really is.
But I think like the national anthem of Whitney Houston was enough for me.
Did you see the movie?
I didn't. It's on Netflix.
It's
I'm kind of scared.
My roommate watched it. She said it was good. She cried.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she said they did her justice. So
they did.
Yeah.
Did they add the raw between like her and Bobby? Did they tell that?
I think he was in it. Like someone played him and they told a little bit of that storyline. I don't know how deep it went. Yeah, but
okay, I might
his
watch
influence was definitely in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Best entertainer. Michael or Prince?
Michael.
Period. Otherwise, love Prince. I love him, but like
entertainer though.
You're not
perform the same song
on Prince
7 times in a row.
Yeah.
At the same award show.
Yeah. Who's standing at the Super Bowl for 30 minutes while people are screaming their heads off,
fainting, all that shit.
Like that is one person I want to come back so I can go to their concert.
100%.
Like I love Michael. It's just wow. Just okay. So back to the top 200 Rolling Stones. So they put Aretha at 1 and Whitney at 2. They put Beyonce at 8. I don't even really know who was above her, but it was disrespectful to my auntie. Okay?
8?
They put Adele at 10.
Okay.
Right. They put Michael Jackson at 80. Right. And Luther Vandross and Marvin Gaye was within the 40s. That's when I knew this thing is rigged. They had Gladys Knight in the 80s. They had Patti LaBelle in the 100s.
They had some boomers doing that shit. I don't know.
Like, respectfully, I love Aaliyah. I really do love Aaliyah, but she should have never been above some of those people. She was like 30-something, I think. But this is when I knew they were bullshitting. They put SZA at like 90. I said, get the fuck out of here. Like, SZA don't, like.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody.
Jennifer Hudson wasn't on the list. Jasmine Sullivan wasn't on the list. They put Erykah Badu on there. We're talking vocals. I'm saying like pipes. It's not giving. It's who else did they miss that could sing? Oh my god, they didn't put Faith Evans on. Like they were putting mainstream people, and I'm like, when I think of people who sing, a lot of them probably underrated.
Yeah. Whoever's in charge in that department need to get fired. Like
very.
Yeah.
I said, what is
replacement
going on?
Instant.
Yeah, I was like, this is not. I'm like, y'all even missing some country singers on there, low key, because some country singers can blow.
I'm saying.
You know, but I mean, I don't know. It was like I like. Do you have any like underrated people on your playlist? Like, I got like Donnell Jones.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a tough decision.
But I think for vocalists, yeah, I have a lot of like Whitney in my playlist. A lot of Beyonce in my playlist.
Period.
Michael, because he just is influential to so many different people, you know what I mean? Whether it's in hip-hop or in R&B or whatever. So
right,
like when you said those 3 names and like their placements, I was like, what?
Right, because I was arguing with someone, and it was like, well, Michael really can't, like, he can't go against Marvin Gaye. I'm like,
right, those are two different
lanes.
I'm saying
Marvin Gaye can't hit a moonwalk and dance for 3 hours.
Right.
Michael can and can still be heard. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. But I mean, yeah, it was rigged. It was rigged. I'm like, Tank wasn't on there. Tyrese wasn't on there.
Oh my God.
They didn't even put no gospel singers on there. We can talk about it.
There was no justice done.
No.
This is what I'm hearing. I'm gonna have to look this list up.
Yeah,
after
Rolling
this.
Stone did it, and then they put Mary J. like I think close to 200, and Mariah Carey in her prime, I think was like 5, but I think she should have been right behind Whitney.
Yeah.
Me personally, if I'm thinking all time, Whitney's my number 1. Aretha.
Yep.
I would put Mariah Carey in her prime.
Mm-hmm.
In her prime. I say Adele and Ariana Grande when it comes to pipes, I think.
Thanks.
And then I think I love her, but Beyonce wouldn't be my top 5. She'll be my top 10. Not, because I feel like Jennifer Hudson or Jasmine Sullivan should be like right there. Like when you want to talk about like
vocals, like raw vocals.
You be in church and they be throwing the towel. That's how I feel when I think of people singing.
Yeah.
In men, I mean Marvin Gaye's up there, Luther Vandross is up there, Teddy Pendergrass. Michael wouldn't be my top 5 vocalists, but
definitely.
I mean, entertainer obviously.
Right.
And then I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just too much for me. It's too much. But yeah, I wanted to see your thoughts on that because that blew me. And I know you know music, so
I think they've been getting a bad rep lately too, just in general. Yeah. Besides that list,
yeah, it's doing a lot. Now, okay, back to this radio show. What made you do that?
My roommate, actually, my bestie, started a radio show on AMP and started doing it, and that's how I found out about it. Yeah. I was like, oh, Amazon got this little thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, she was like, you should start one. Do it. And then I finally did it.
Yeah.
And that kind of just evolved into its own little thing. I really didn't have a concept of like what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to sound like. None of those things. I kind of just built it as I went on, you know what I mean? And it's been 7 weeks since I did it now. Already, yeah. Damn. I started it like March 20th or the week of March 20th. So yeah.
Love that. No, yeah. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. It was great, obviously, but I was thinking like you was about to be on the mic talking like, "Hey!" Yeah. So when it on, I'm like, "Oh, this is like a playlist." I'm like, "Okay, I like it though," because it was like hits after hits. I think you did. I don't know. You did something. I said, "Oh, he did one with this one." It was something that you did, Erykah Badu, and then you hit something else, and I was like, "Yeah, he's on point." Did a different day. Yeah. It was a different type of music that I didn't even know about. And I was like, okay, he's putting me on. And I like how the app lets you like add the song that you just aired. And
to
so
the
I was
library.
like, I like that. I'm going to add that. Yeah. Add that.
It's very new and it's growing. I think in the next few years, like it's definitely going to be mainstreamed for sure.
Yeah. Now, is it kind of like YouTube? You get like paid after a certain amount of...
Exactly.
Everybody hit that up. It's going to be right here on the ticker. Get my man's paid. You know? Oh, love that. Yeah, I like that. It's really cool. It's really cool. Well, I want to tap into that. And then, so what, besides creativity, like, what do you do for yourself? What other hobbies do you do? What do you do for your mental health? What type of time are we on?
I am a huge meditation walker. Yeah, like.
Okay, what do you mean by walking?
Like hiking, like.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how there's like different forms of meditation. Like you could obviously do your traditional like sitting meditation, you know what I mean? But there's this type of meditation called walking meditation, where you're probably just walking for however long, you know what I mean? You're outside walking, letting your mind run, and just thinking through things. And I think that's where like my clearest thoughts come through, or my ideas, or just me being able to process stuff is when I'm outside in nature, walking in a secluded area, no one around me, just silence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm able to really process and sit with everything that I'm dealing with, whether it's like some really bad shit or some really good shit. Yeah, it just brings some type of peace to me than any type of other form of just like meditation would be. I know for some people, like sitting in a room, you know what I mean, a dark space or whatever, secluding yourself from other people. But for me, it's like I've fallen in love with like being alone, just like being ducked.
For real.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like being in the cut.
Yeah. Not like, being seen.
Right. You know what I mean? So for me, that's definitely where my peace lies a lot of these days. And I try to do it on the daily, if not every other day, spend at least like an hour, sometimes 2+ hours outside, just vibing, reading, writing, whatever I can get done. Because my schedule be tight sometimes, and other times I just be open. So I try to take advantage of it when I can.
You hear that? Yeah. You guys hear that? Look, I haven't got into my meditation phase yet. I want to try to get there.
Yeah.
But sometimes silence scare me though. Like, it's weird. Like when I go to sleep, I gotta at least either feel something or hear something. Like, let alone if there's not another body in the house. Like, okay, my dog is a body itself, but sometimes I don't want to be bothered by it. Like, get out my face. But either I have some white noise, like on my is that what you call it?
Yeah, the white noise. Yeah, I like the rain sounds. The rain sounds get me.
Rain, maybe because I'm a Seattle, can't stand it. I like the river.
Oh yeah.
Like that type of water.
The stream
sounds.
Or the pond.
Yeah, I like that type of vibe. You know, I'm really into, I need to get back into my yoga. I really loved hot yoga. You know, I think the one thing I just don't like, I'm sweating bullets.
Yeah.
It's heavy, and but I mean, healing and working on your mental health is a dedication itself. And the fact that you try to make time out of your schedule to do that shows like you care about yourself. Period. Like you really do. And so like, did it take a lot for you to get to where you're at right now dealing with that?
Definitely.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things for everybody in your own unique journey and way. Like when you're alone and you spend that time with just yourself, you know what I mean? You choose to disconnect.
Right.
That's when you're at your most vulnerable state. You know what I mean? Like raw.
Yeah.
Like the emotions that you're sitting with, the ideas of yourself that, you have in your head floating 24/7 that nobody knows about, your own perceptions on top of the perceptions that you think that people have about you. But in reality, it's like, ain't nobody thinking about you like the way that you're thinking about it.
Worried about you.
Ain't nobody worried about you. You're creating this in your own head. You know what I mean?
Narrative,
Yeah. So I think that's why for me, it's really important to be alone with myself because you got to reassure yourself about who you are and the things that you've overcome, that you've gone through and that you're still going through, you know what I mean? So I use it as a way to really put myself in check. I'm like, all right, look, where we at? You know what I mean? Like what we're sitting with, the season of life that we're in right now. Like, are we good? Do we need to like dive into some other things? Do we need to think about this a little bit? You know what I mean? And really just do some healing. For me, I think it was when my grandparents passed away is when I was really kind of forced to dive deeper into that, because usually I think honestly in high school, I feel like I was more of a extrovert.
You were a social butterfly for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to be around everybody, boop, 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 boop. And then when I came back from my 2 years out in Eastern Washington, I was like, I don't want to be around nobody.
I don't like y'all for real.
I did the whole 360. I was like, no, I'm not trying to be out. I'm not trying to do all this. See who.
Yeah.
I could just be here by myself.
Right.
Kicking it, reflecting on everything that I got sitting on me. Because at the end of the day, this is a me journey.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So that's the biggest thing for me.
Real moment. Okay. Like, that's real. I mean, mental health wasn't talked about like that in high school, like how it is now.
Zero.
Like, it's crazy that like if something happens, they have more than one counselor on deck, ready, or you're now able to call into school for your students now and say they need a mental health day. It's excused.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like you're able to do that now, and so I really like that kids, and people have an opportunity to do that. I wish I've been starting like my mental journey before my mom passed, and I feel like if I didn't, I think I would have been worse off when it did happen with her. Not saying that it didn't prepare me, because I don't think anybody's prepared for that.
Never.
But it did help me kind of maneuver, like, okay, Shai, you know what you need to do to stay sane.
Yeah.
Huh? Stay sane.
Come on.
But, I mean, like, if it wasn't for my therapist and the things that I've did in order to help me cope with everything, I think I would have been mentally insane.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, 100%. Because it's just too much. And I think it's just... I don't know if it was taught in your household, but I know in my household, like, when trauma happens, we're not told to sit down and cope. We're told, okay, it happened. Let's get into it.
Right.
Another day. Like, we got to go to work, got to go to school.
Let's put this under the rug, put a pin in it on the wall.
And we gotta stop that.
Yeah.
Like, we got to feel it because it's going to pop off later.
Yep.
And I'm just thinking of, like, Cleveland, like, we went through so much trauma. I don't know about other high schools, but it seemed like people was either like getting in crashes, dying, or it was just something. I think it was just like with Jade and then Robert.
Yep.
And then the kids who was on the freeway
Yep.
in the crash.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, Cleveland can't get a break. Like,
Yep.
me personally, I don't recall a counselor coming. I don't recall a social worker coming to talk to us and giving us a moment to, I think, it was just trauma. But we was just like, okay, we got to go to class.
On top of everything else that was happening in the whole world.
Right. We going through, I can't really remember between 2013, but it was just a lot of heavy police shootings and protests. And
BLM blew up right in that era.
And that's after, because Trayvon Martin happened when we was in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we was going through a lot, but there was no mental health like foundations and stuff out there, and like I just worked with this they're called Washington Therapy Fund, and they honestly help people like pay for therapy sessions.
Oh, that's dope.
And so that's really dope. They give people who don't have insurance or don't have the money to talk to someone about their mental. And so I ask every member that come on here, like, what are you doing for your mental? Because I feel like that is a number one priority sometimes. So diving more into that, I ain't having no kids yet. The kids I don't know when they're coming. You know what I'm saying? Let me find a man first. But, when you find your beautiful, person and you have children, what is one thing that you can think on top of your head that you want your kids to know about or teach them about that you didn't know in their adolescence years?
That the world is absolutely insane.
Add the I-N into it. Yeah.
Insane. And just that, I don't know. That is a very direct question.
I be in
yeah. I think just letting them know that, like, the world is corrupt. You know what I mean? Like, everything is not what it seems. It's very systematic. There's a lot of procedures that you got to follow through. And, like, you're here because you're supposed to be here, and not to jump through all those hoops and to fall into all these traps that they got set for you, but to grow and to find a different way to do things from the way that, they're systemly structured to be. So, but I know when I do have my kid, they won't be going to no public school. They won't be participating in all these government related activities. And so
I understand. Mine might be homeschooled at this point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's not even really about the system. It's just these other kids raising these kids, and they're bad as shit. Like, your mama let you do that? Like, the kids that I've even, it's just be like, oh my God. And I'm just now I'm getting into the phase, like, now there's kids, right, that I went to school with their parents, and I'd be like, who's your mama? Now we're in that phase now. I don't know if you got that, but I got that all the time. Who's your mama?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Candace. Oh, I went to, okay. It's like, they're just, they're exposed to too much.
Yeah.
To us, all we had was Instagram and Snap.
And we barely had phones, you know what I mean?
Barely. We was enjoying what was present.
I'm saying.
It just,
the best way I was TV.
Look, reality shows was it for us. If we wanted to take it there.
Yeah.
And music, if you wanted to take it there.
MTV, come on.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I think what I would teach my kids, the real as well, that's one thing I wholeheartedly like respect my mom about. She kept it real at all times. Like, you gonna find out either way, so you might as well find out from me.
I love that.
Keeping it real about just everything, and I think also just like you don't have to carry everything on your shoulders. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. So I thought it was a Sagittarius in me, but no, I thought it was the entrepreneurship in me. But I always felt like if I can do it, I got to put my hands on it, put it out. And I felt like with all the trials that I've done in my life, like with the styling and the bonnets and the do-rags, and if we're taking it all back when I was a little girl making earrings out of feathers, like, Shai, did you really have to do that just because you know how to do it? It's like you're putting more stress on yourself when really you could just sit back and just, you ain't got to tap into everything. So I think that correlates with what you're saying. Like, you ain't got to put your hands on everything. Like, literally, just do what makes you happy, and if you enjoy it, do that. And I think also, like, I would love my child to play sports, but if you don't want to, it's fine.
I see you fighting the urge. You're like,
it's fine.
It's fine. It's all right.
I mean, if I have a son, I don't want him to play football though.
That makes sense.
Like,
my parents don't let my little brother play football that much.
I feel like if he gets cracked,
I'm
running on the field and I'm cussing everybody out.
Like, it's just,
you put hands on my phone. Like, what's up? Like, I'm that type of mom. I'm talking my shit, But yeah, I just feel like football's too dangerous. And the whole CTE thing, it's like crazy. Even though other sports are very physical as well.
Right.
Basketball's cool. I mean, if he wants to do that, it's just know we're gonna be in the gym. You were committed. Yeah. Either you're gonna go to the draft or you're not. So you're psych. No, if he or she does whatever. I mean, even boxing. I don't know. Yeah. Did you watch that fight?
I
Davis
didn't.
versus what's the name?
I didn't. I saw clips of it.
First of all,
because it was
anyone who
everywhere.
betted against Davis is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Right.
That look, my child might get into frisbee.
Hey. It's growing. It really is.
Be out here, you know what I'm saying? Track of art. Come on. We gotta hit the spring sport. I will hope that my child wants to do that. But yeah, I think that's what I would tell my child. And definitely like being I would never say my mom was hostile. She was hostile when she needed to be hostile. But I remember there was moments where, like, when I needed her to chill out and listen to me, have a conversation. Yeah. I think I want to give my child that opportunity. Like, okay, my mom can be rational for a second and listen to me.
That's hella important as a parent.
It really is.
Getting that's where, as a parent, you're creating the room for your child to, like, kind of fuck up and to act out. Yeah. And to give you a reason to, you know what I mean? Away.
Like, right. So it's like, okay, Mom, I need you to hear me. And so I want to be able to give my child that opportunity. That part, because I feel like vulnerable doesn't make you weak. Showing emotions doesn't make you weak as a female or a man. Like, it's life. You're supposed to cry. You're supposed to yell, and you're supposed to, let your energy out. And so I hope, by the time we have kids that's more open, because it's just this tough ignorant masculinity is really getting on my nerves. Like, oh, we don't cry. Oh, yeah. It's like, or females, it's like, oh, gotta be kept, or gotta be, Birkin me. No. Birkin yourself. Like, show some independency, or females who are too independent, let someone do something for you. Like, you ain't gotta be Miss Proud. Like, you let someone do something for you.
And on that note, I think that's why, like, this new, like, generation of artists in music is a great thing, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these artists, these younger artists, are representing a lot of those different identities that need to be seen for these younger folks who are like stepping into the world, trying to figure out who they are, like, being able to express themselves, to be independent and do things for themselves, not relying on other people, just getting it done. So.
Yeah. See, I like the LSU girls. Like, they're making their coin. Like, with these NILs, Like Angel Reese just bought her a Benz. I said, period. Period.
As
She's the top paid NIL player of the NCAA. Just by her just marketing the ring, or just her talking mess as the Bayou Barbie. And then Flajay, she's on her rap career and hooping at the same time. Like,
that's
get into it. Like, I love that. And so, because I was just, my last guest, I won't tell you who they are. No, you know, they already came out. The last guest was my coaches.
Yeah.
And so they were just saying too that they were what can I say? They were blessed to not be in the era of social media as heavy as it was now. Because I was like, I asked him, I was like, what do you think about these new age players? Like, are they really in the gym just to get a reel? Or they're really trying to like be under Kobe and try to inspire people? Like, because I can only imagine how us Cleveland girls, if social media was what it is now. Oh my God.
They could have built a whole reality show over that, honestly. And that shit could have popped off.
Really?
If I'm being for real,
we could have been some cocky mug. Like, you know, I'm blessed too, because ain't no telling. Even with the track thing. I mean, respectfully so. I'm not throwing, I'm throwing shit. Cleveland track would not be track if it wasn't for me and some other girls. I don't know about everybody, but I'm just saying.
Let it be known.
I was in front of Cleveland publications every week. Just saying.
Period.
Shout
you
out
were
to
the
my
star.
dogs.
You really were.
Shout out to Miss Scribner.
I think every Cleveland sport had like its star, to be honest. That's what was cool about Cleveland sports.
We all knew with the basketball, we knew it was Jade and Joyce.
Period.
Respectfully, okay? And before them, it was a Fab Four. Roper, Mai, Lexi, Asia.
Got the ring to prove it.
Yeah, you know? Football, we knew it was Monte. We knew it was Lucian and all them.
Period.
You know, we knew that. I'll give him a shout out. I don't really, I don't speak on the exes, but, we'll give him that. Track, me.
Boom.
You know, before me, Savannah and Jennifer and all them. Frisbee, y'all, you, soccer.
Lucas King.
Lucas was a bad, shit.
I mean, that man. Come on.
In, period. What else we got? We didn't have gymnastics.
No, we didn't.
That's sad. Boys basketball. I'm sorry. Love you guys, but hey, shout out to my guy Kai. I'll give my Kai.
Cool.
And Jerome and all them. Shout out to CJ.
For real.
You know, all them. But we had some people that put us on the map and stuff like that. But yeah, just yeah.
Memory lane.
Yeah, Cleveland High, you know, but, you know, just to end this off, what is something you'd like to leave on the table? Any gems, any advice, any spoken word?
Any spiritual guidance?
Yes. Yes, leave it with something.
Man, spend time with yourself. Take yourself out, you know, treat yourself, love yourself.
Yes.
Because these people out here in the streets, on the chats, online, that love is temporary.
Yeah.
Temporary.
Love thyself.
It's got an expiration date. Like all that stuff in your fridge, it's going to expire. You know?
Take that mayonnaise out.
And one thing that ain't going to expire is the love that you got for yourself. Period. That's all I gotta say.
Come on. Shoot. Well, you just blew mine out the water. Okay. But I mean, side note, yes, that. And just stay connected with your people. I think it's a blessing that I've been knowing you since 14 and we're still here at 23, 24.
I know.
So I think just still tapping in with your people.
Yep. Showing love.
Showing love, giving flowers while they're here.
Yeah.
Because I know we got to end soon, but like a hair show presented something for my mom on Sunday, and so I didn't know I was supposed to speak, but I was like, I'm gonna speak from the heart. No shade, but I was just like, it's just quite funny that mom's getting her flowers now when she should have got it when she was here. I think we should stop with the hate and give people their flowers while they're living, so we can attend more celebrations and funerals.
Hell yeah.
You know, so show your people flowers, whether it's a post or a story or just going to see them or supporting whatever they have going on, I think, you know, because you're going to be blessed at the end.
That's coming to you.
Right.
It's
and sometimes
around.
you got to go into it not expecting nothing back.
Period.
Because some people always think they got to, okay, you're going to give it back. It's like, no. It's like, if you're going to do it from your heart, do it from your heart.
Right.
So I think I'll leave it with that, you know? But thank you so much for coming to the table and blessing us with your soul and presence.
Yeah. Yes,
guys, you guys already know the ritual. I forget every single time, but we're from Pandora to SoundCloud. Meet the mark. You know, this episode is probably gonna come out honestly next week. Wow, look at God. Okay.
Wow. Well.
No, 2 weeks. Sorry.
Yep.
So the end of May, you'll see it.
Right before summer.
Yeah, right before summer.
Right before you pop out.
Make sure you tap in with him. All his stuff is gonna be below in the comment section and all that extra stuff. Subscribe on YouTube. Stop acting funny and press the subscribe button. Okay.
Run the numbers up.
Yeah,
run
it up.
The numbers up.
We're at 111. Woo!
Come on.
We're at 500 followers on Instagram. Woo! So let's just pick it up.
Keep it going.
You know, shout out to Layla. My girl got into law school today. Woo! Period. You know. I'm sorry, Jake. Shout out to the only tourist that I respect in Jake. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the rest of the tourists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll tap it another time. And yeah.